It's a new year, 2018. I would like to greet all of you um, in the name of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Um, One of the topics I want to talk about is what the law enforcement and the federal government are continuing to do. A lot of folks think that a lot of shit they used to do back in the day, back in the civil rights movement was real strong. This come to a halt, like the COINTEL program. Just let you know that's still up and going. The devil will never give up. The devil will never give up its mission to destroy the original man, the black man. His oppression of the black man will always continue. Operation COINTEL was set up by the faggot Edgar J. Hoover, the original director of the FBI. He hired the first African American FBI agent this faggot had hired. He hired him to disrupt the black movement, namely the Garvey movement. He was he was hired to infiltrate Marcus Garvey's echelon, to be amongst them and to dismantle, to snoop, um, to gain information, on the organization. You know, white men don't want the black man to come up. To any type of when the black man started talking about lifting his people up, white man don't want that. He'd rather see and keep black folks at the bottom of the barrel, bottom of the totem pole. That's where he feels though that we belong, at the bottom of the totem pole. White man today, the FBI has this thing called Black Identity Extremists, which the federal government is claiming, those who identify as black identity extremists are terrorists. So that means everyone from Marcus Garvey to present day, those black leaders of yesteryear, those true black leaders. I ain't talking about the Uncle Tom Coon motherfuckers, like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton type motherfuckers, the TDJ cocksuckers that exist. I'm talking about real black men. The Garveys, the Garvites, those who follow the Garvites, the Black Panther movement, those original members. I'm not talking about the new Black Panther movement. The Malcolm X's, the Fred Hamptons, the Huey P. Newtons of the world. Um, those type of cats. You know, we have now that in existence, during the Obama administration, where Obama said his hands were tied to do anything to to do something about the black man, the unarmed black man being slaughtered by police officers. Um, so Obama failed during his administration, and I doubt that we'll see any type of new changes during Trump's administration. Black people like myself speak out against the killing, the merciless killing of black people. I'm one of them dudes that I'll talk about killing them. I mean, because you gotta think twice sometimes. You gotta think like, you know, this cop is about to approach me. Do I get him before he gets me? Because you don't know what he wants. You know, you got a police car in your rearview mirror, and he's asking you to pull over. Is he going to kill you or molest you when he gets you out the car? These are things you have to worry about. When the police officer pulls you over, or when a police officer shows up in front of your door at your home, is he going to kill you when you open the door? These are things you have to worry about. Is at the point where you have to be armed and whatnot, because the law is not going to do nothing. I mean, they got it now where they have, police officers, investigating police officers. How can one corrupt agency investigate another? You can't do that. You know, you had it's like I live out in Kirkland, Washington. So how the fuck, Kirkland, Washington will investigate another police department's shooting and whatnot. For example, let's say like Seattle, you know, or state troopers, investigate, uh, a shooting, from another city. You can't have police should not be investigating police officers and whatnot. That's something for the federal government supposed to be doing and whatnot, man. My thing, I talked about, if when it's like when a black man or black woman is murdered or molested or raped by a police officer while he's in uniform. Um, we need to take the law in our own hands, because the government's not going to do shit. If we witness a crime, if we witness a crime being committed, black people, listen to me. If I witness a crime being committed by a law enforcement official while he is in capacity of performing his duties, it is a behooving of us to take the law into our own hands, meaning taking an officer's life. I'm coming out and saying this because the last time I said this, said something like this or posted something what I'm saying on Facebook, I posted what I'm saying on, exactly what I'm saying on Facebook. So you can go look it up. And they threw me in jail just for saying it. So there is no justice for the black man if they can just throw you the fucking jail just for saying what I'm saying or posting what I'm saying. You know, the white man ain't shit. Judges ain't shit. You know, these white motherfuckers give me an additional 2 more years of paper for some old dumb shit, man. For some old dumb shit. Not committing acts of violence against anyone. Not selling drugs. You know, but being, but thinking that, because I'm not a wealthy person. I'm struggling now to get a job, and I just, asked someone to pay my rent for a year. I had to actually, go to a charitable organization just to get my rent paid for a year. You know, so I'm not a rich person. So basically, to threaten me to remove me from my home, to tell me, I got motherfucker, motherfucking judge, bitch ass, faggot ass Jew. I got this motherfucker telling me I can't even have a TV, in my fucking home because it's a smart TV and it has computer access. Even now on my computer, they're monitoring my computer. They have a software. I'm only supposed to use my computer to job search. That's all they want me to do. But how can I job search? I don't even have a phone. Someone, my phone was stolen. Someone came into my home, and because when I enter my home, by habit, I put everything on the kitchen counter. Like, so as soon as you enter my home, there's a kitchen counter right there. So by habit, you know, it's something I picked up, my father would do. Because when he comes home, he empties his pockets and put everything he has, of the world up on the kitchen counter, you know. So someone took my phone. They wouldn't even let me have a fucking Android. I had to use a piece of shit Obama phone, you know. So yeah, shit like that. But I'm gonna tell you, man. I've been thinking about what I'm telling you for a while. I mean, because I've been putting off doing this video, because I'm prepared for the consequences, man. Of what I do. I own what I do. And when I say a thing, I own it. I don't. I'm a type of motherfucker. Don't care. Don't care if you don't like what I say. I don't, because I will say it. Don't give a fuck. You know. You don't have to watch it. You can go somewhere else, do other things. You don't have to watch this. I say what I say, mean what I say. That's just how I am. I say shit without regards to consequences. Because white man, all he wants to do is break a black man. He wants to break him. He wants to do whatever he can to break the spirit, the God-given spirit of the black man. Fuck them. They even switch up. They switch up. I had a white probation officer. They switched up on me. They give me a black probation officer. And it's like, what the fuck's the difference? What's the difference? The black bitch still, one sole purpose is to throw a nigga in jail. So how am I benefit by having a black probation officer? But I'm saying that all this fucking gun buyback shit. These white motherfuckers be trying to get our guns back. You know, um, it's the most stupidest thing. So we need to protect ourselves. These white motherfuckers want to give us baseball game ticket, basketball game tickets, for our guns. You know how much a gun costs? A gun costs anywhere between $500 to $2,000. I was like, if I'm going to give my gun back, I want box seats. I want to sit next to the motherfucking owners of a basketball team. Fuck, I want to give you my Glock 40 cal, my P22, back. You know, so sorry shit, man. The gun buyback is the most stupidest fucking thing, that man could come up with when we need our guns. The black community, I truly believe with all my heart that the black community is a well-armed community. It really is. I really think that because, but we act scared. We act scared. It's like we act like cockroaches when the lights come on. Black people should never have to be like that against our oppressors. Never. So, this gun buyback shit when we need our guns to protect ourselves from motherfuckers who's supposed to be protecting us. It's a bunch of bullshit. I got no problem, like Malcolm said years ago, man, for every one of us they send to the motherfucking cemetery, we send them to the fucking morgue. We send 10 of them to the fucking morgue, man. That's something we supposed to be doing, man. We should not be standing around crying, slapping our faces, our chests, crying while our family, our brothers, our sisters being murdered and raped by a motherfucker cop. He should be wiped off the face of right there at the scene. No man, no black man should be put in a chokehold while black folks watch. You murder that motherfucker, man. You shoot that motherfucker right then and there. If that makes me a black identity extremist, I'm black. Look at my motherfucking face. I'm black. If that makes me a black identity extremist, so be it, motherfucker. Come for me. I hope that when you do come for me, that it will be the catalyst for black man, black woman to take up arms against you. Because remember, the black community is very well armed. Best believe that shit. Black people still being dealt with aggressively by law enforcement. Now you got the motherfucking feds. Ain't nothing changed about these white boys up in DC. They want black people to to be that slave, have that slave mentality. They encourage that slave mentality. That's why they got these fucking white liberals, to who got their handful of money and a handful of money and sticking it in the pockets of these so-called fake ass black leaders in our communities and whatnot, and all they do is keep us docile, you know. They keep us docile, like we want to have us marching up and down the streets and whatnot, you know. We're marching up and down the streets with a whole bunch of nonsense, wearing out the bottom of our shoes, carrying picket signs, and still no change. That shit doesn't get us anywhere. You know, during the Obama administration, black folks got nowhere with that cocksucker, that motherfucking coon. Trump administration gotten us nowhere because they're already talking about undoing the the sentencing guidelines that Obama had started out. You know, Jeff Sessions talking about being even more aggressive towards African American men. That means daughters and sons and wives are going to be without their husbands and fathers for a long time. Because if they go back to the old ways, you know, of how sentencing guidelines are, man, our children will grow up without us, you know, and we really don't need to have it to where black families are growing up fatherless, husbandless. You know, a woman can't teach a son how to be a man. Things needs to change, people. We need to do something. It has to be done. So, it was just a thought. There's some other things we're going to be talking about. Make a couple more of these videos and whatnot, get it out there, you know, post them, and let's see what happens. Uh, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay vigilant in whatever you're doing out there, you know, to uplift the black community. Um, you know, let's do what we can. And I leave you in peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.